Today we're going to make a no-bake coconut and strawberry dog treat. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to melt our coconut oil. So I'm going to take some organic coconut oil and I'm going to go to the burner over here. I'm going to end up putting it on low so that I don't burn the coconut oil. It'll melt really quickly. So I'm first just going to put the coconut oil right into my pan. And then on low, I'm going to heat it up. And while it's heating, I'm just going to do a quick stir. I just want to make sure that it's melted so that I can stir it into the recipe pretty easily. I'm melting my coconut oil first so that it has an opportunity to cool down before I incorporate it. And we're finished. So I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm just going to transfer this to a glass to allow it to cool. So I'm going to allow that to cool. And then I'm going to take care of my strawberries here. So I have some fresh organic strawberries that have already been washed. And we're using about a cup of strawberries. And I'm just going to get rid of the stems. So I'm going to take my strawberries and I'm going to make some fine chops here. And I'm going to toss them right into my blender here. You can use a blender or food processor. Whichever you have will work just fine. Just cutting them a couple of times to get them going. And I can smell how fresh they are. They smell very sweet. And I see over on the side I have my friends Nutter and Dexter. Just waiting to see if I drop anything for them to snack up. Our other cat, Delilah, she doesn't like the noise, so she hides when I'm making things with the blender. So I'm just going to do a quick chop. After my quick chop, I'm going to incorporate my coconut oil. So I'm just going to pour it right on in there. Make sure I get all that. Put that lid on. And give it another spin. And that'll do it. So as you can see, it's a nice frothy mixture. So I'm going to take this mixture and I'm going to put it right into my bowl. And I'm just going to scrape the sides to make sure I get all the last bits of the goodness. And it smells tasty. This might be a treat that we all can enjoy. Alright, looks like we're about done there. So next up is my coconut flour. So I'm just going to take my coconut flour and I'm just going to stir it into this mixture. Make sure I get everything incorporated. It's smelling good. And when you're stirring it together, it's going to get sort of the consistency of a homemade Play-Doh. Alright, so it looks a little crumbly. I'll give you a little, right like that. You can see it. But don't worry, we're going to get that all stuck together. So there's what we got. Alright. So I'm going to take my glass container and I'm going to take my strawberry and coconut treat mix over here and I'm going to form them into little treat balls. So I like to use this little dandy tool here. It looks like an ice cream scoop and they come in different sizes. So this is a tablespoon scooper. So I'm just going to go into our bowl here. I don't need the spatula anymore. And we might get our hands a little dirty. So I'm going to push that dough up against the side of my scoop. So it looks like this, and then I'm going to plop it in my hand to form that ball. So I just want to put it in my hand, kind of squeeze it along, just like we played with Play-Doh when we were little. Okay, and they don't have to be perfectly round. If you start to round it with your hands, it'll turn into a crumbling mess. So we actually just want to move it from hand to hand and compress to a roundish shape. All right? And then we're going to put it right there in our container. So I'm going to go in and get the next one. And again, I'm going to put it in my hand and do the same thing. And I'm going to continue to do this until all the mixture is gone and my little container is full of yummy, tasty treats. So once I've finished, I'm going to put these in the refrigerator and that'll help the little balls form so they won't be so flaky. The coconut oil in these treats, once it hardens, will help these balls keep a form. So we're going to put these right into the refrigerator after I put the lid on. There we go. After about about an hour of being in the refrigerator, these little treat balls will be ready to eat. So let's see if Dexter likes them. All right, now is the test. Ready? And if you feel that they're too big, you can just break it in half and just give him a piece. Good job. Very nice. Was that tasty? Want another piece? So we can roll these treat balls smaller if you'd like. That way they're portion controlled. We can also put these into the freezer and just pull out as needed. So you can pull out 1 or 2 for the couple of days, pop them in the refrigerator so that they stay nice and cool. You don't want to keep them any longer than a few days in the refrigerator because, again, we have fresh food without any preservatives and it'll spoil just like any other fruit. So hopefully your dog will enjoy these coconut and strawberry treats just as much as Dexter did.